Hi everybody, welcome to the Spectator Sportscast. Eli Schultz here with Steve Frankowski and Liz Malone. We got a really special guest with us here today. First time ever, we got a coach on the program. Liz, you want to introduce our guest of honor here?
Yep, this is our head field hockey coach, Marybeth Freeman. Fourth year at Columbia, started in 2010. And yeah, she's on her fourth year. We're starting off strong.
I give that introduction an A+, Liz.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Yeah, high marks. Came here with quite a pedigree, right, Steve?
Yeah, NCAA champion, 5 years, both in coaching, combining coaching and as a player.
3 times as a coach, twice as a player, right?
Correct, yes.
Any one of those stand out as a favorite or particularly special?
No, I think as a player, it's you're really fortunate to be a part of a group that's on the field working as a unit to get that result. It's one thing as a coach when you don't have the opportunity to be on the field, so you rely on your teaching, your conveying of those ideas onto the student athletes so they themselves are able to do it. So it does become a little bit more tricky from the coaching side of things versus actually being on the field and being able to contribute in the moment. So though all 5 I'm very, very fortunate to be a part of, the ones that I got from a coaching perspective are just equally as important.
So when you're coaching, you sometimes just want to grab a stick and run on the field, or
you do quite often, or in some people's case, put the pads on and get back out there, and then. But it's fun. You know, you look at what I'm able to do and the environment enable to do it in, and of course work with the individuals that I do on a daily basis. It makes for a very fun profession.
So what made you choose to come to Columbia 4 years ago?
I think one of the biggest reasons was because of the resources that I think Columbia has. I always thought of myself as a city girl at heart. So when the opportunity came for me, it was definitely at the right time in my career, having been successful as a player and as a coach, and to be able to come to this environment, the greatest city in the world, working at one of the most prestigious universities in the world, and working with individuals that were equally as eager as I was to help them get to that next level was very enticing. So, those combinations of things, and of course, the biggest draw for me was to hopefully provide the student athletes here with the opportunities that I had as a player, and to kind of help them learn how to achieve those things.
How do you compare the student athletes at Columbia with those that you played with at Old Dominion and the ones you coached at Maryland?
Great question, Liz. I think that in regards to the Columbia student athlete, in a recruiting standpoint, you're looking for the total package of individual. You know, you have people that go to school to study. Then you have a group of students that go to school to also play. At Columbia, you're looking at the students that go to school. You're looking at the student that goes to play, and you're also looking for the student athlete that is able to contribute in the community and be a contributing member to the campus and a society. So I think with that total package, those 3 things, I think does separate other student athletes that choose to go to other schools. So I think we should take a lot of pride in the recruits that we have and the student athletes that represent us, because they're able to accomplish a tremendous amount of things within a fairly short amount of time.
Given these sort of the rigorous academics here, how does that sort of add a different dynamic to what you have to do as a coach to sort of get your players prepared for games and stuff like that?
It does. It does. When I first got here, I'm like, I got it. They study a lot. I understand, but it wasn't until afterward I'm like, okay, I need to maybe revamp some of the things I originally did. And so getting feedback from the athletes is equally as important to me, that they have one of the best experiences possible during their time at Columbia. So I'm proud to say over the 8 semesters now I've been here, whether it be in the fall or spring, we've had a team cumulative GPA of over 3.4, which is very impressive in my mind, and something we should be very proud of, to have that nice balance. But it is challenging for the student athletes, and I think it's important for us as professionals to listen to them and to take what they're saying into consideration so we can get the best result come practice or for a competition.
And I guess when you're not doing field hockey,
I'm always doing field hockey. I'm always doing field hockey.
No, you don't have any favorite spots in New York or any favorite other sports to watch, anything like that?
I think it's really important to support our other sports. Going to the basketball games or the men's and women's soccer games and football. Of course, being up at Campbell Sports Center, we have a tremendous relationship with all of our outdoor sports since we are on that little hub up there. Mm-hmm. But I think it's really important that we all support our student athletes. They are putting themselves in a position to represent the university, not only in the classroom, but on the field and in the community. I think it's really important that we embrace that. When I'm not doing that, I think the right answer is that you go shopping in the city. I might not be on Fifth Ave, but it's a great city, and it has such a wealth of opportunity and resources that it has something for everybody.
Cool. And do you have any embarrassing stories about Liz you'd like to share with us?
How long can this go?
We'll maybe give
I'm
you
just kidding, because I don't have that much material. No, I have nothing embarrassing to say about Liz. I mean, she's in her 4th year now. She's a co-captain. She's done a fantastic job of being a role model on the field and off the field, for that matter. And I know what a tremendous amount of time she puts in to not only her studies but also on the field and helping lead the younger group. We have a younger squad, and she's done a really fine job of leading by example and being the liaison to the staff. So no embarrassing stories. I'm sorry to burst your bubble on that one.
That's all right.
But she's done. Everyone should have a Liz Malone on their team.
You know, us reporters always like to find some dirt. So
hey, I got nothing. Sorry, I'm dry. Sorry, I'm dry. But that's it.
All right. That's all right. Well, we'll try and find something later this year. Anyway, if you don't mind, we'll just run down some of the scores from this weekend just to get everyone an idea of what happened. I guess you guys can start off with field hockey.
Yeah, so the field hockey team struggled with 2 losses this weekend. We lost to Cornell in a tough game, 3-2 loss, and then lost to Fairfield on Sunday, a 4-3 loss. So it was a pretty tough weekend for us. But we're firing back. We have Princeton on Friday, so we're pretty psyched up about that.
And football also had a rough weekend. They lost 37-14 in their home opener to Monmouth. So rough game for them as well. Men's soccer picked up a 2-0 victory over Fordham, so got revenge for the football team.
Right.
And Kyle Jackson, the goalie, was named Ivy League Player of the Week, and this is the 2nd week in a row that Columbia men's soccer players garnered all Ivy honors, or Ivy League Player of the Week honors.
Awesome. Then the girls' volleyball team went up to Cornell and played a tough match, but lost 3-2. Mm-hmm. They're getting off to a little rough start, but the girls are definitely working hard, and they're definitely going to be ready next week. And
unfortunately, women's soccer also continued the theme of losing to Cornell. Fell to Cornell, but they did pick up a win 3-0 over LIU. So
I think the moral of the story is, if I can interject real quick, there's a lot of season left. A lot of season left. So good things in the future.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Marybeth, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you all next week.